Well, the action continues here on this championship Saturday, live from Dignity Health Sports Park. Kyle Bailey, Wes Bryant. It's the USA Football Summer Series Select Bowl action here on Championship Field. We are 2 games in and 2 very different results. A walk-off in the girls' 12U game to open up the action, and then a blowout in game number 2, the Gray team with a 35-0 win. Up next, the 14U girls. We'll talk about that in just a second. But so far, the action here today, Wes, what do you think?
That's the thing about championship environments. You never know what you're going to get from teams. You could have it to where we get a slow start and then a great finish at the end, or a lopsided victory. You don't know how your players are going to respond. You think they're ready. You hope they're ready if you're the respective coaches, but we're not going to know until we snap this ball. All I know is I want another great game. Give me more of what we got in game 1, and I'll take that all day long.
No doubt about it. And again, the action will continue to come here on this Saturday. Games pretty much on the hour, every hour, all the way through 5 o'clock here today as part of the Select Bowl. Today's about the Select Bowl here on the Home Team Network. Tomorrow we'll have more of the Junior International Championships, international competition, both men's and women's, and we'll get to see the U.S. men's and women's national teams. But, you know, today it's about the pipeline. Today it's about the youth and the future of this sport. And that's something that I know we'll talk about with our halftime guest coming up, DK Taylor. But, you know, USA Football has done such a great job the last couple of years of building out the infrastructure. The Select Bowl in particular, where 12, 14U, 16U, you know, these young folks who have aspirations to play on the global stage, to participate in international competitions such as the JIC and the national team. This is where they get seen. This is where they're exposed to this level of competition, and it's really revealing to watch this throughout the day. It's a great opportunity for them, and I love this for these young people.
And I've already seen a lot of talent that you will hope that you will see later down the line. Lots of kids already showing dynamic ability, kids that we could see playing on Sundays, talking about playing for these international teams. And so I can't wait to see what our next 2 teams will put on display for us to enjoy.
Absolutely. Really quickly, want to thank our Summer Series event partners, Under Armour, Rydell, Oakley, Hyper-East, and Breakaway Data, for making all of this possible this weekend. We talked with Joe Bannock, the Director of Corporate Partnerships for USA Football, just a little while ago. We have tremendous partnerships here at USA Football. But it's also worth mentioning again that, as we talked about last summer, and it's only become more official since then, that flag football will debut in the Olympics in 2028. It's going to be right here in Los Angeles. You know, this sport is growing at such a rapid pace, and a lot of it does come on the women's side. We're about to see the 14U girls here in just a couple of minutes. The explosion of this sport for the women, not just at this event or, you know, at various flag football events around the country, but so many states, you know, that have sanctioned girls high school flag football, and, you know, how great some of these athletes are, how prolific some of these coaches are that we'll talk about throughout the course of the day and the weekend. This sport is growing like wildfire across America.
No doubt about it, and you love to see it providing lots of opportunities, outlets for these kids to be able to show what they can do. So I'm sure they're very appreciative of it, and we are as well, because we get to watch all this great talent on display.
No doubt about it. Well, we've got action coming here just in a couple of moments, but right now we head back to our guy, DK Taylor, for the field, or rather the field announcer for the player introductions.
All right, let's get excited and welcome back for our 14U Girls Championship matchup. Coming out first, representing the East, let's give it up for Team Gray. And your opponents from the Central region, let's give it up for Team Red. Now let's meet the athletes from Team Gray, coached by Rachel Karras. Number 64, Maggie Butler. Number 32, Maya Garcia. Number 33, Madison Holman Rodriguez. Number 34, Mackenzie Maxwell. Number 10, Tessa Maloney. Number 35, Lanaya Munoz. Number 36, Elizabeth O'Neill. Number 37, Kaylee Patterson. Number 28, Myla Ramos. Number 65, Caitlin Richards Morera. Number 34, Riley Sykes. And number 39, Skyla Severa. Let's give it up for our great team again. And now introducing the Team Red, led by Coach Frank Fong. Number 30, Grayson Betts. Number 31, Alina Bauer. Number 32, Odessa Bryant. Number 33, Layla Kara. Number 24, or 28, Avi Coulter. Number 34, Ross Coulter. Number 35, Mary Margaret Devaslon. Number 36, Brinley Yotzla. Number 37, Ivania Moss. Number 65, Ava Grace Monseros. Number 38, Liliana Mazzarulli. And number 39, Annalie Cervantes. Let's hear it for these teams. Who's taking the gold? And we're going to announce our officials for today. At head referee, Benjamin Baker. At down judge, Hannah Tompkins. At side judge, Sage Bryan. And at field judge, Theo Scott. Let the games begin.
Let the games begin indeed. DK Taylor crushing it down on the field with player introductions today. He'll join us at halftime to talk about the Select Bowl, the infrastructure, the building out of USA football at the youth level. But we appreciate him and everything he does for the organization. 14U girls set to vie for a gold medal. Gray versus red coming up here momentarily. Kyle Bailey, Wes Bryant with you, bringing you the action here on Home Team Network. Home Team Network is USA Football's official youth football streaming partner. Shout out to Tanner Getz and company for taking great care of us and making us look good on screen. We hope you're enjoying the action back home, wherever you may be watching from here on the Home Team Network.
No doubt about it. Another championship game, and it doesn't matter how many games that we call, Kyle, because when they put that championship in front of it, you know that we mean business, and I can't wait to see how it's going to turn out.
Well, I mean, again, every game that we call today here on this championship Saturday, you have two teams that have fought and scrapped and played their way into a championship position. You know, as is the case, the nature of these games, someone goes home a winner, someone goes home a loser. But both of these teams have played exceptionally well this weekend to get to where they are. And I go back to the conversation you and I had earlier today. What folks at home watching can't see is that there are 8 other fields at this facility that have been jam-packed with games and action, competition, catches, drops, sacks all throughout the weekend. And it all culminates in this moment. And so many of us, you know, this week have watched the NBA Finals. Recently, we've watched the NHL Finals. You know, those are pros. Those are grown men. Out here today, we have young boys, young girls who maybe for the first time are stepping onto the championship stage. And win or lose, they're going to learn something about themselves here today.
I mean, Kyle, I played sports for many years, never got to play in a championship setting. So this is a very, very special environment that these kids get to play in. And it will prepare them for sports and for life as well, because life is all about big moments and what you do with them. Out here, championship games are about big moments and what you would do with those.
The red team will get the football first here today. Margaret Diveslin will quarterback the red squad. She takes the snap on first down. It's a quick handoff to number 34, Roz Coulter, who's around the right side with a healthy pickup on first down.
First thing you notice when you look at these teams is that the great team has a distinct size advantage and 2 really big safeties back there in number 35, Lanaya Munoz, and number 65, Caitlin Richards Mariah.
And again, correction there, the quarterback in this one, number 65, Ava Grace Montsioros, who throws incomplete on second down. That'll bring up third down for the red squad. That time, quick hitter out to the right side, just couldn't make the connection. And three receivers to the left side here for the red squad. It's a lateral back to Coulter, thought about throwing it, but instead tucks it and runs. Picks up a couple on the near sideline.
Not a bad play call right there. You get trips going to the left, and you give the defense a little bit of eye candy with those first two receivers streaming up the field, giving the safety something to occupy him. You come behind it with the quick pass to be able to pick up some yardage to make this a manageable down and distance right here.
The sun had peaked out here in Southern California, and we certainly expect a whole lot more of that, but for now it's peaked behind the clouds. Cooling off the turf a little bit. Little trickeration, misdirection, a handoff to number 35. Mary Margaret Divesland, who wanted to throw the football but has her flag taken by number 33, Madison Holman Rodriguez. And that forces a turnover on downs. And the red team comes up empty on their first possession.
And that was all because of Munoz and Richards Mariah back there at the safety position. They were able to give them the coverage, nowhere to go downfield. Big stop by Gray.
It's the first down play for the Gray squad. And that pass, dangerous, lofted out to the far side, falls incomplete. The quarterback, number 28, Myla Ramos.
Got to calm down just a little bit. Early championship jitters, had a wide receiver wide open out there. Threw it way over her head, so that lets you know she's got to bring it down just a little bit. I'm sure she will.
Ramos from Woburn, Massachusetts. This Gray squad heavily populated with players from the northeast of the United States. Here's Ramos on second down. Dumps it off, quick hitter, and a great run after the catch by number 37, Kylie Patterson, the Lynn, Massachusetts native, with a great catch and run.
Out there trying to be the Grinch that stole the championship. She's got on the Kobe Grinch cleats and got the neon undershirt underneath it right there. Loved everything that she brought right there, showing that she can make plays in the open field.
Third down for the Gray squad. Two wide receivers to the far side of the formation, one to the near. Ramos wants it all, spins it deep down the field, catch is made, touchdown! Gray squad, a big play to number 65, Caitlin Richards Morera. She went up and got it. Put 6 on the board for head coach Rachel Karros and the Gray team.
I mean, Richards Morera, you can't miss her right there. And that's exactly what you want to do with the receiver that has a distinct size advantage like that. Put it up and let her go get it. Because I would think by this time in a championship setting, they know what she's fully capable of. Throw it up, she'll go get it. Perfect example of that as you saw it on the replay. What a play.
And on third down, they could have played it conservative, tried to pick up the first down, but instead, Ramos trusting Richards Morera there, and it pays off.
I'm not playing anything conservative with a receiver like Morera down there.
And Morera actually has to step off the field here.
I think she has to adjust her flags. I'm not sure.
Stepping in her place, Lanaya Munoz coming in. Bunch formation, Ramos looking for a target, finds one. Extra point good, number 39, Skyla Silvera. The Peabody, Massachusetts native, making an impact early, 7-0 on their first possession. Gray putting points on the board.
Little roll to the right there, waiting for the traffic to clear out. Once she did, she had a receiver open in the middle, found her. Now the pressure is on red. How will you answer that score right there, as Gray is already looking to assert their dominance defensively, as they've already gotten a stop and they've got the score.
Caitlin Richards Morera with the touchdown. Skyla Silvera with the extra point. Ramos orchestrating it all, and now the red team is back out for their second crack offensively. On first down, picked off. A bad decision there by Mary Margaret Divesland, right into the welcoming arms of Mackenzie Maxwell.
Threw it a little bit too far over her head right there. They're just passing everything off in that zone, not really anywhere to go. She tried to take the short completion, and it came back to bite her right there. Big turnover, so now they've got to get a stop right here if you're the Red.
First down from the 6-yard line. Here's Ramos. Whips it to the far side. Going right back to Mackenzie Maxwell, the young lady who just made the interception. Ramos looking to reward her, but she couldn't hold on. Brings up second down.
And Maxwell made the tough catch, getting the interception over the middle right there. Had a nice one that she could have hauled in, wasn't able to do so.
Ramos throws a pretty ball. Showing off the arm already multiple times here early in the game. Pump fakes. Surveying the end zone. Throws it out of bounds. intended for number 35, Lanaya Munoz.
And the timing was off right there. She had Patterson right there open by the left pylon. She turned around, didn't have a receiver within a yard or a defender within a yard and a half of her. Missed that one right there. That was a golden opportunity for Gray to put more points on the board.
Head official Ben Baker signals third down here. Gray in a bunch formation. Kylie Patterson coming across the formation. It's a touchdown. Number 34, Mackenzie Maxwell with the interception to set up the short porch, and she grabs a touchdown to put Gray up 12-0. Pardon me, 13-0 here.
And what does a good quarterback do, Kyle? When a receiver drops a pass, they don't get upset with them. They come and say, hey, I'm going to come right back to you. Be ready. That's exactly what they did right there. Maxwell still had the confidence to be able to haul that one in. The quarterback came right back to her, and it paid off.
So Mackenzie Maxwell with an interception and a touchdown in the first 10 minutes of this game. Here's the extra point try. Ramos fires one intended for number 39, Skyla Silvera, but that went off the mark, incomplete. And the score remains 13-0. Gray on top.
Just a little bit too much on it right there by Ramos. She was wide open by a long shot. All she had to do was just loft it out there softly, and that would have been a completion for a score.
13-0. The Red Squad in a hole. 7:39 to play here in the opening half. And on first down, a solid completion from quarterback to quarterback, as Ava Montsioros finding Mary Margaret Divesland for a gain of 10.
And the biggest key with the teams that have struggled has been the quarterbacks that have been the most hesitant, having the toughest time reading the field.
Here's Montsioros, this time handing off to Coulter. Coulter trying to win in the open field, but cannot get away from Mackenzie Maxwell.
And to expound upon that, I was saying that back there in the pocket, holding the football, patting it because there's nobody open. You need to know. We had Hoosh Doucette up there just saying that that clock has to be in your head to know, all right, once the rusher comes, where am I going with this football?
Here's a handoff to Coulter. Coulter wants to throw the football, gets away from one defender across midfield, first down and more. Finally stopped by Caitlin Richards-Morera, but not before Coulter puts the Red Squad in their best field position of the day.
And that's the advantage the double quarterback system gives you, because Coulter's also a quarterback, but she's shown that she's more than capable of running after the catch.
Roz Coulter with great speed and shiftiness out there. Here's Montsioros, runs into trouble, gets away, fires at the Divesland, who spins into the end zone.
Little spin-a-rooney right there, Kyle Bailey.
Touchdown Red. They won't be held down for long after falling behind 13-0. Red answers with their first 6 points of the day. That looked like a motivated Red team offense right there, Wes Bryant.
And I think it's key to point out to people again, if you are new to this sport, there are several techniques that people use to keep you from getting that flag.
Look at that spin move in the replay.
And that spin move is vital because, Kyle, you cannot leave your feet to keep people from snatching your flag. So that makes the spin move all the more lethal.
The Red team will attempt the extra point here. Montsioros taking instruction from her head coach. Fakes the handoff. Throws back to Roz Coulter. Coulter throws it herself, but incomplete, looking for Ivania Moss. But no Moss points for the Red offense there.
I like that one. She just overran her route just a little bit. She thought she'd be in one spot that she wasn't, but big-time play right there by Red to give this team some momentum, because Gray was looking like they were wanting to run away with this thing. Now we've got a game, Kyle, as Gray goes back.
Here's first down. Ramos wide open is Morera, and a big play on first down as Caitlin Richards-Morera is all over the place offensively here for the Gray squad.
I mean, I think the go-to player right here, the go-to girl. Okay, we've got the go-to guy, but we'll go with go-to girl out here as well. And I think we see that that's Morera.
Big play target on first down, immediately gets the Gray squad back to midfield. The nose of the football on the white, and I have no official indication yet, but I believe that will bring up first down yet again.
They got a little bit to go. Or they might be right there. I'm not sure.
Kyle Bailey, Wes Bryant here with you live from Dignity Health Sports Park, the home of MLS champion LA Galaxy. But this weekend, the home of USA Football's Select Bowl, Junior International Championship, and friendlies for the men's and women's national team, as there's another touchdown. Fireworks here in Southern California. It's Kylie Patterson hauling in a deep ball from Ramos for another score.
Completely got behind the coverage right there. That's exactly how you draw it up. She took advantage. All you saw was neon green streaking down the sideline. Again, I said she's got those Kobe Grinch cleats on. She's the Grinch that could steal a championship for Team Gray.
Already the third touchdown pass of the game from Mila Ramos. And she's in trouble there on the extra point. Conversion no good. A sack by number 33, Layla Carroll. And it keeps the score 19-6. Gray on top.
Had a receiver underneath there once again. She missed her. Not sure if she was looking for someone in the back or if she just completely did not see the receiver running underneath. Could have had an easy chance to get an opportunity. That's 2 extra points now that they missed on throws that were pretty routine.
And now it's Mary Margaret Dibesland leading the Red offense back on the field. Truly a dual quarterback system for Team Red. Dibesland on first down, pump fakes, in trouble, and hits the turf, has her flag pulled right at the goal line by Madison Holman Rodriguez.
Again, back there, just not sure what she's seeing from the coverage, not knowing where to go with the football. Held it a little bit too long, hoping that she's all right, though, because she did hit that turf pretty hard.
Holding her right hip as she walks off the field, clearly in a bit of pain.
That's one thing about flag football, Kyle. There's no pads on to cushion those falls for you.
Yeah, no contact allowed, but falls do happen. We certainly hope she's okay. Here's Montsioros on second down, hands off to Roz Coulter, and Coulter tried to slip through the middle, but Mackenzie Maxwell not having it, grabs her flag after a short gain. That'll bring up third down for the Red squad.
Big play coming up right here. Third down, you got 2 downs to get the first, so what can you get that can shorten that distance enough, or can you get the whole shot?
Here's Montsioros, takes it, immediately rolls right, gets away from pressure, throws a dime to the near side to Avanya Moss. And a pickup of about 20 yards on third down, a critical pickup that sets up a manageable fourth down here for the Red squad.
I'm not sure what happened right there with Holman Rodriguez. I thought she would have had the sack 2 or 3 times right there, but bought the quarterback enough time to find a big play downfield. That's exactly what you want to set up a manageable fourth down. Let's see if Red's got a play call drawn up for that.
Inside of 2 minutes to play, the Red squad moving with urgency, trailing 19-6. Here's Dibesland back in the game and sacked again by the Gray squad's primary rusher, Madison Holman Rodriguez. She's been close on multiple occasions already here in the first half, but on this drive, already with 2 sacks.
Seeing some frustration right there from Red. Again, you want the quarterback to be able to process back there and understand, hey, you don't have far to go. You don't need a long completion. Just get the first down. That's a tough break right there for Red.
Turnover on downs, 19-6, Gray on top. Inside of a minute to play, the clock is rolling. Here's Ramos. Ramos dumps it off to Maya Garcia, who runs out of bounds to stop the clock after a gain of 6.
Nice play right there. I thought they might go deep with that single high safety back there. I believe that's how they were able to score the last touchdown, because they were able to beat the corner out there. Wonder if they'll try to take another shot down the field as this half gets ready to close.
Head official Ben Baker signaling there's 10 seconds left to play here in the half. Flags flying in. Ramos turns it loose deep down the field, looking for Morera, but Morera couldn't track the football. Falls incomplete in the end zone. And we'll see what the flags are about. 3 yellow flags came in at the beginning of that play.
Is there a scarier duo down the field than Richards Morera and Patterson, Kyle Bailey?
I tell you what, Morera seems to always be around the football. We haven't seen much of her this weekend, but early impressions are she's one of those playmakers that is always near the football, and it's why Ramos, as a quarterback, you can clearly see has the mentality of just put it up. She's down there somewhere.
You better get her flagged, because if she's able to get loose, she's got receivers down there that will hurt you big time.
And this will be the last play of the first half. The penalty against the red squad. The defense moves up Gray 5 yards. Here's Ramos, whips it out to the flat, caught by number 39, Skyla Silvera. Across midfield, she stopped, and that will end the first half of play here in the girls' 14U title game. The Gray squad, electric offensively in the first half, putting up 19 points. They'll take a 13-point advantage to the break here at the half. When we come back, we'll check in with DK Taylor. We'll talk about the Select Bowl. We'll talk about the growth of flag football. We'll get you set for second half action here at Dignity Health Sports Park on the Home Team Network.
Accelerate your football journey with a USA Football Athlete membership. This isn't just a membership. It's your passport to a world of exclusive benefits, including national team competition eligibility, accident insurance, amazing discounts, and more. Plus, you're not just enhancing your game, you're becoming part of a movement that's breaking barriers, pursuing Olympic dreams, and making football safer and more enjoyable for all. Become part of the USA Football family by going to usafootball.com/membership today.
Elevate your game and give your athletes an advantage with USA Football's new advanced flag license. This license is fully online and provides cutting-edge content, advanced coaching strategies, schemes, and techniques for practices and game days. You will learn to develop champions both on and off the field. Whether you are a new or experienced coach for travel, club, middle school, high school, or college, this flag football license helps you level up your coaching. Get started today at usafootball.com/advancedflag.
Health Sports Park, the 14U girls title game. It's been a doozy in the first half. Kyle Bailey, Wes Bryant, he's that guy. We're having a good time here on Championship Saturday. We're told during the break there, DK Taylor will join us coming up in a later game broadcast. That's okay, because second half action is set to get underway. Really quickly, Wes, 19-6, first half thoughts?
Reds got their work cut out for them, because this is another team with plenty of weapons that apply pressure on you at all times, like that young lady right there, Mackenzie Maxwell.
How about that? Mackenzie Maxwell spinning through defenders, can't be stopped on first down, and a flag coming in. That's going to benefit the offense, as a red team defender actually grabbed Maxwell's jersey, trying to slow her down. Had to do what they had to do because no one could grab the flag. And the gray team coming out, making plays offensively already. And you see right there, head official Ben Baker signaling the hold against the red squad. That penalty is declined, and it's a gain of, well, let's call it 35 yards on first down. The gray team up 19-6, already applying immense pressure to start the second half. And there's an equipment infraction against the gray squad. I believe it was, looks like number 10, Tessa Maloney, with a flag issue.
I guess you could say, Kyle, on that penalty, they were trying because they cheated, because they're trying everything they can to stop this gray offense. I mean, what do? They can attack you vertically. Now they're attacking you with yards after the catch. Man, what a dynamic bunch of women we're seeing right now.
His first down, Ramos whips it out to the far side to Kylie Patterson. And Patterson, with a nice pickup after the catch, takes the gray squad down inside the 10-yard line.
Another nice game right there, setting them up in a great position to really take control of this football game. It's a 2-score game right now, but you would think 3 scores or better is going to be a really tough hill to climb.
It's a 20-minute half, but it's a running clock as well. So if you're the red squad, got to find a way to keep the gray team out of the end zone here, as Maxwell takes the throwback, sprinting down the near sideline, gets inside the 5, has the flag pulled, but a yellow flag comes in as well. Let's see what the call is. No indication yet from the head official. Looks like they might have picked the flag up there. Second down. Ramos fakes the handoff to Maxwell, surveying the back of the end zone. Going to throw it up to Morera for an easy touchdown. The Red defense losing track of the most potent red zone threat on the Gray squad. And Team Gray goes up 25-6 here early in the second half.
And in the back of that zone, you cannot lose track. They were in a box zone back there and did not bring a rusher, so you had the extra defender there. You have to be keeping your eyes out for everybody crossing your face. The receiver was wide open back there. You've got to stay alert when you're sitting back there in zone coverage.
Second touchdown grab of the day from Herrera. And now the Gray team up 19. Will attempt a two-point conversion to try to stretch this out to a 21-point lead. Look at Ramos, pressure in her face. Did not get it out on time. A sack by Layla Carroll for the Red squad to prevent further damage. But Team Red will take over offensively, trailing by 19 points after Mila Ramos and Caitlin Richards Morera continue to find success offensively for Team Gray.
Well, maybe that will spark a little bit of something within the Red squad. So it's not all bad. Yes, you gave up the big score, you gave up the touchdown, but you were able to stop the conversion. Now you've got to get points on the board. That is imperative right here.
Here's Montsioros. And a miscommunication with Roz Coulter. They tried another one of those handoffs that we've seen multiple times here today, but a little bit of a clumsy transition. Ball hits the turf. That stops play and brings up second down.
Not the way you want to respond to getting that stop on the conversion attempt right there. Let's see what they do right here as they try to get some yards. Just take your time. You get 4 downs. Now you've only got 3. So you need at least a decent gain right here.
Here's Montsioros. Finds Divesland up the middle. Makes the catch. Has her flag pulled after a gain of 10 yards.
There you go. That's exactly what you're looking for. A nice moderate gain right there to calm everybody back down. Now you've got 2 more downs to be able to get about 15 yards, I would say, 10, 15.
10 minutes, 10 seconds left to play in this ball game. Red team trailing by 19, trying to move quickly. It's Montsioros on the run, heaves it downfield, and nearly a highlight grab by Roz Coulter, but she can't hang on, and it falls incomplete.
Coulter had a shot right there against this team. It's a little bit tough to make plays. She got her hands on the football. Now it's going to come down to 1 down here for them before Gray can take back over. What will they dial up right here?
Lanaya Munoz in coverage that time. The only thing standing between a Red touchdown is Montsioros flips it back to Coulter. Coulter gets away from 2 defenders, cuts it back inside, and has her flag pulled, but it's a first down for the Red squad.
Nice play right there. You needed it right there. There was no buts about it. They had to get a first down, so they were able to get that right there. Nice play by Roz, showing off the running ability out there.
Yeah, Red has struggled to find pay dirt today at the same rate Gray has, but Roz Coulter has been incredibly impressive. And here's Montsioros, first down. Over the middle, caught by Divesland. Tried a nifty move to sneak between a couple of defenders, but the flag is pulled at the 3-yard line.
Good play right here. If you're Red, you're wondering where has that been all game long, but no time like the present.
Divesland, Houston, Texas native, has been the preferred target of Montsioros here this afternoon.
H-Town.
Here's Montsioros, gets away from the defender, flips it near side to Moss for a Team Red touchdown. Number 37, Ivania Moss, the Phoenix, Arizona native, making a catch at the goal line. And Team Red is not dead.
Great play right there. Also had Roz Coulter sitting in the back of the end zone. She was definitely calling for the football. I think she could have made a sandwich back there. She was so wide open, but they get the touchdown nonetheless.
Here's Montsioros and company going for the extra point, looking for Moss again. And Moss got her hands on it there at the goal line, but couldn't hang on. Bit of a collision with Maxwell as well. And the score remains 25-12.
Showing a replay right there, getting the catch and reaches it over for the touchdown for Team Red. Now it's time to get a defensive stop. That's all you can think about. That's all that's important if you're Red right now is the next play. The score, yes, it is very lopsided, but all you can think about is the next play and just try to stack those together.
New quarterback in the game here for Team Gray. It's a quick hitter out to the far side. Number 64, Maggie Butler, the Chappaqua, New York native, taking over for Mila Rodriguez there on first down.
Chappaqua, New York, huh?
Looks like Butler will remain in the game. Second down coming up. And here's Butler. Fires it far side, looking for Maxwell, pardon me. That went off target, out of bounds, incomplete. And now third down on the way for Team Gray. And now Ramos back in the game at quarterback. So Butler, 2 snaps is the signal caller.
Let's see if Gray stays aggressive right here.
Here's Ramos on third down. Finds a wide open Mackenzie Maxwell. Healthy gain. Tries to get away from a couple of Red defenders, but the flag is pulled after a pickup of 15.
Leaving bodies on the ground right there. When she's running the rock, you know it. Bringing a little bit of physicality.
Mackenzie Maxwell from Long Island, New York, already has a touchdown reception and an interception in this game today. Two-way player for head coach Rachel Karros. A big reason why they're here in the championship game. Here at Dignity Health Sports Park, Kyle Bailey, Wes Bryant with you here on Home Team Network, the official youth football streaming partner of USA Football. I believe we have the Home Team Network brass back behind us, taking in the action today as Ramos to a wide open Lanaya Munoz, who can't hang on, and that looked like a classic case of trying to run before you secure the football.
And I love the call right there. You stretch the offense absolutely to the max. You've got receivers at both sidelines, because when you have the type of athletes that Gray has, you want to create space, and that's exactly what they did. Had an open receiver, had exactly what they wanted, just like you draw it up, but you got to make a catch.
Turnover on downs. Reds gets the football back with 5 minutes left to go, and this, of course, a critical drive for Ava Montezioros and the Red squad. Although they'll take a penalty on first down, half the distance to the goal. And instead of the 5-yard line, they'll start at the 2.5. Handoff to Coulter. Coulter throw back to Montezioros, who's looking downfield. On target, but dropped. Number 28. Avi Coulter, sister of Roz Coulter, was right there but couldn't haul it in.
Gotta come up with that right there. You need every little thing you can get when you're down 25-6. That was a costly drop right there. Cost your team a down.
25-12 is our score here. We'll update the scoreboard here in just a second, as before the second down play can go off. I believe a timeout taken.
Yeah, they couldn't get it together over there, communicating what was supposed to happen pre-snap. People didn't know where they were supposed to go. I had those issues sometimes, Kyle. Sometimes I had to lean over to my guy when I was down on the line and say, hey, man, what do I need to do right here again? So I could certainly understand that. Had to call a timeout to avoid even more of a disaster.
So a timeout on the field. Inside of 4 minutes left to play. The Gray team with a commanding double-digit lead here, looking to hang on. The lion's share of the big plays that have been made here so far in the 14U girls title game have been made by Team Gray. They got off to a quick start, led 19-6 at the break. The red team has found the end zone here in the second half. A touchdown pass from Montezioros to Ivania Moss. And Moss lined up there in a bunch formation to the left side as Monsioros faces pressure in the end zone, gets away, lofts it over the middle. Great touch to Roz Coulter across midfield, trying to spin away. And her flag is pulled by Morera. It's a first down for the Red Squad. But it's coming all the way back.
Oh, wow.
How about that? Illegal forward pass is the call. Monsioros turned that one loose in the end zone. And you know what that means? A safety. That went from big play to disaster. And that might be the end of the ball game right there. Not officially.
Sometimes when it rains, it pours, my man. And so for the red team right now, man, it's just not much that you can say. You absolutely hate that for them. Man, what a tough break for this crew.
Thought we had a double throwback there. Now, he called for the safety there a moment ago. Okay, I believe they've walked that back then because the safety, of course, would be gray football. But instead, just a penalty on red. There's a dump off to Roz Coulter. Coulter trying to get away from Maxwell, but Maxwell pulls the flag after a pickup of 10. So the red team's still alive here. Two minutes, 30 seconds left to play here in the second half. And the Red Squad trailing by 13. Here's Monsioros, finds Avi Coulter. Coulter across midfield trying to spin away from Ramos. And a huge play by the Red offense to keep the drive alive. A fresh set of downs coming up.
Nice play right there by Avi Coulter, spinning, doing whatever she can to try to make something happen for Team Red.
We are now inside of 2 minutes to play. And inside of 2 minutes, the clock will stop for incomplete passes, out of bounds, penalties, scores, and change of possession. And Monsioros throwing back to Coulter. Coulter has an open target. Pass is caught by number 32, Odessa Bryan. Bryan streaking toward the end zone, but the flag is pulled at the 4-yard line. Big play right there on first down for Red, though. Sets up a manageable second down and goal to go.
Once again, you see the benefits of having multiple quarterbacks on the field at one time. You can improvise and find something, and that's what Red was able to do right there.
Here's Monsioros on second down. Pressure in her face, has to get rid of it. Throws it near the far side. Pylon skips off the turf, incomplete.
Roz Coulter wasn't even ready for that pass. She was still running her route right there. So miscommunication for Team Red as they're trying to get some points on the board here late.
1:39 left to go here in this girls 14U Select Bowl gold medal game. And the gray defense out of sorts. Red takes the snap. Monsioros finds Coulter in the back of the end zone for the score.
Nicely executed right there, able to find her in the back of the end zone as Red continues to fight. See right there on the replay, Gray was not ready right there. They rolled to the left, and Roz just kind of improvises in the back of the end zone, helps out a quarterback. Some quarterbacks, you know, when they roll out, the receivers stay stagnant, not the red team. They stayed active, and it paid off for them.
Nice job by Monsioros to stay patient. She's done a very good job. Madison Holman Rodriguez for the Gray Squad, the primary rusher, has been all over the place, consistently pressuring Monsioros. But the red team quarterback has stayed calm in the face of that pressure, and right there it paid off. 25-18 the score. This extra point could cut it to 6. Here's Monsioros, not quite sure where that one was going. Way too deep out the back of the end zone. And the extra point is no good. The score remains 25-18. Gray on top, inside of 90 seconds to play. And we saw a situation like this earlier this morning already in the girls' 12U championship game, as the blue team had a lead late in the game, looking to milk the clock. a disastrous fumble that stayed in the air and was actually picked off that turned into points. And after dominating the entire game, the blue team suddenly found themselves trailing. But they, of course, marched right down the field. And a walk-off touchdown grab by Harper Sabula gave them the lead. We'll see if Gray can avoid that kind of drama and stress, as here's a first down completion out to number 39, Skyla Silvera from Ramos for a healthy first down pickup.
Silvera says she wants to get in on the action too, takes the quick completion and said, hey, if you don't want to grab my flag, I will keep on rolling down the field.
Gain of 10 yards. 1:15 left to go here in this ball game, and the clock continues to run. And if you're the Gray squad, you're in no hurry to snap this football. 10 seconds on the play clock. And Mila Ramos will take it all the way down, as you would expect. Here's a flag coming in. And they did not get the snap off in time. Delay of game against the Gray team offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
No matter how much you're up, you still want to make sure you're maintaining and staying sharp right there. The Gray team, you don't want to be going backwards. We know you've got the lead, but you still want to stay on point.
And now Ramos lining up right under center. Will give to Mackenzie Maxwell. It's a handoff and a gain of 7 before Avi Coulter pulls her flag. 37 seconds and continuing to tick.
And I was going to say, I think that late in the game, you will see a little bit of a conservative approach right here, because we just saw in the last game how that interception really turned the tide of things. And those short completions keep things safe, because if you want to go down the field, it is a little bit of a struggle. Red's only down 7 points right here, so if they could somehow get the ball back, we could have some late drama. Well, I guess that eliminated all opportunities for drama right there.
That'll do it. That's the ball game. The Gray team, 14U girls champs, in a very competitive game. Gray controlled throughout. Red made it close there at the end. But the Gray team offense closing out a title here at Dignity Health Sports Park, 25-18. The final score. Congratulations to Rachel Karras, to Mila Ramos, and of course to some big-time players here this morning. Caitlin Richards-Morera, she was fantastic today. Mackenzie Maxwell playing hard on both sides of the ball, making an impact with a touchdown and an interception. Just a total team effort for Team Gray.
What a performance by this crew, and I was really impressed with the Gray team. They were dynamic. They came out and they absolutely attacked from the word go. Offensively and defensively, they delivered in every way possible.
No doubt about it. Final score 25-18. We'll step aside. We'll come back and wrap up the action here from Dignity Health Sports Park on the Home Team Network. Welcome back to Dignity Health Sports Park. Kyle Bailey, Wes Bryant with you here on Home Team Network. Final score of the girls 14U title game, 25-18. Team Gray taking home the title. And we've got a two-way star with us here on set right now. We've got Mackenzie Maxwell, who had an interception and a touchdown grab in this game. Let me start with this, Mackenzie. How's it feel to be a champion?
Feels amazing, because last year we came and we lost to Red in the finals by a touchdown, so it feels nice to get our revenge, kind of.
Hey, Mackenzie, you guys are from all over the country. Did you know once you guys got together at practice that you guys had a team capable of coming out and doing what you did?
Yes, I played with most of these girls before and played against them, so I knew what their skills were and what they were capable of, so I knew we had a great shot at winning.
Do you ever get tired out there playing both ways? I mean, you're out there, obviously you're in great shape, but you know, you're out there playing both ways. Any pressure that comes with that?
No, I'm used to it. That's what I used to do back in New York. So.
How you guys gonna celebrate?
Oh, I don't know yet. Maybe go out. I don't know.
Do you like Southern California? You like the weather?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's not as hot as it was yesterday, so that was nice.
No doubt about it. Congratulations to you and the squad. Go have some fun.
Thank you.